Under the UNDP OHCHR joint program entitled Strengthening the Rule of Law in Liberia, Justice and Security for the Liberian People, the Development Education Network Liberia, DENL, with support from UNDP, has been implementing a project to establish network of women CSOs to monitor and provide awareness for specialized SGBV Court E in Bond County. This documentary presents the achievements, challenges, lessons learned, and recommendations as shared by stakeholders during the Project Experience Sharing Conference organized by DENL in Banga. Join us through the event. In partnership with UN Women and support from the European Union, the Development Education Network Liberia, DENL, has been implementing a component of the EU-UN Spotlight Initiative to build capacity of women's rights advocates and relevant CSOs to use social accountability mechanism and strengthen their capacity in advocacy, management, administration, finance, human resource, reporting, and resource mobilization. This documentary presents some of the success stories emanating from the intervention as presented by the beneficiaries.
Thank you. My name is Peter S. Dolo, the Deputy Director for Programs at the Development Education Network Liberia, DENL for short. As you may be aware, DENL has been implementing a component of the EU-UN Spotlight Initiative, mainly focused on CSO capacity strengthening on Pillar 6. DENL started since 2019 on the first grant, that was 002. During that grant, we were able to map our CSO in 5 spotlight counties, including Monserrado, Kidmont, Lofa, Nima, and Grand Jide. During that mapping process, we managed to identify more than 700 CSOs. After the mapping process, we also did capacity assessment, and some of the issues that came out as a gap from the CSO were that CSO were fragmented, they were working in silos. There were lack of advocacy, coordination, networking skills among CSO. They didn't have proposal writing skills, so DENL provided the basic skills training for those CSOs. At the end of the training, the CSO decided to establish a secretariat. But after establishing them, they gave out the challenges that they have, which included lack of logistics. You cannot put people together and they are not able to really go out. So they asked DENL and EU to provide them some logistic support. They didn't have means of mobility. They didn't have resources to carry on their advocacy activities. So what DENL did was to write another grant that would, support the first grant, that's 010, which focused on capacity strengthening, supporting CSO to provide them grant, and at the same time gave them grant for COVID-19. Remember, at that time, COVID came in, so we need to give them grant that will provide them support for response to LGBV and COVID-19.
My name is Manu Passowi. I'm the Executive Director for Documentaries Cut. Thank you so much. Some of the challenges we have in the community before we received this grant was about rape. First, we're working on gender-based violence in the community, the issue of women, and we have so many problems because the rape issue are so many in our district. But every angle we have rape issue. So, and some challenges because if to reach there was very hard things for some of us to go there. The support we received from the UN, EU Spotlight Initiative. We got 5,000. The first time we got the first phase. The second we have the second phase. We're talking about the farmers in our community, for the women for peace and development to give awareness on LGBT and COVID-19. My recommendation is we are asking EU, UN Spotlight Initiative to really come back to us as a women. So we ask them, please, they should come back to us and they say help us in grant that will get back on our feet to complete the work we're doing.
The coming of COVID-19 became a serious challenge as to what to do to be able to help also society keep safe from being spreading the COVID-19. And we actually needed a help, and this is how DENL under the Spotlight Initiative came on board to help make an intervention. The initiative helped us to train 30 community members, and it also influenced behavior change of community people. We received $5,000 from DENL under the UN Spotlight Initiative for the purpose of conducting SGBV and COVID-19 response activities in 5 communities, including Slipway, Claratown, Banjo, Bonjon, and Bibima Junction, respectively.
There were several issues that we addressed during the implementation of this grant. That has to do with creating awareness, providing food support, and other toiletries to the vulnerable, especially the women and old people that were not able to move around during the heat of the COVID-19. We are asking, we are recommending for additional grant that will make us to expand.
The program brought a great impact in our institution. Like, we were giving support to survivors. More women were coming with their cases, but to go and get the perpetrator, there was no need. But when we get a grant, it helped us a lot. We'll use on our grant to go and get the perpetrator for women to get. It's Muslim community.
Okay.
For them to report cases, it has been a big challenge to us.
Okay.
But through the EU Spotlight program, through the awareness that we are doing, it has made the people to start reporting cases accordingly.
Wonderful. That's right.
Who have been the seed awareness on SGBV, it will be the main problem on the agenda to carry on more awareness in other communities that we are not been in before. Because like we're working in 30 communities, and we get a whole lot of communities in Kwadu, Boni, and Vonjama district. We're not able to reach the message to them. But I think when the phase 2 comes, we'll be able to reach to all the corners of the districts that we are working in. They want to extend the program to other people that are coming up with our cases. So we want for them to extend the grant. There will be bigger grants that will be able to help many women and children that are really in need.
At the end of the process, we decided to bring more stakeholders to Ganta or Gompa City to share their learning, challenges, achievement, and then profit recommendation.
Initiative is in 5 countries. We are in Cape Town today for the first phase. For the starting. We're going to go to Lofa, we're going to go to Nimba, we're going to go to Grand Gide. But we want to start with the people of Cape Town. I want to, my thanks and appreciation go to Mr. Moses Kajo, who drove from Monrovia here, representing the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. We have Mr. Walker with us, who will represent the Assistant Minister of Culture on the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Arutuma, who also, and his police, who also represent Zasan Kawa. And we met you. There's not so much of cash, but there's so much of respect for this group of people. And I know, I can remember this day today. It's the Ramadan day. This was a very joyful day for our Muslim brothers and sisters. This is why we are here at this hour. We pray for let's get on being clap. I want to say thank you so much for every one of you people.
It's not doing in isolation with all the police. These officers are here. They are listening. Whatever that the Inspector General signs to becomes policy for our institution in terms of implementation. And at the level of the police, we will be committed to sign any useful document that will now that will eliminate the issue of rape and sexual gender-based violence.
If our school curriculum